When I was in middle school, I used to sleep with my cell phone under my pillow so I could text in the middle of the night. But then I started to worry, what could I be doing to my head? I mean, do cell phones cause brain tumors? Hey guys, Julia here for DNews. According to the Pew Research Center, 91% of adults own a cell phone. That's up 26% from 10 years ago. And while a 2011 World Health Organization report classifies radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, which is what cell phones produce. So are we all just giving ourselves brain tumors? Let's take a look at what the science says. A large study published in the British Medical Journal found no link between cell phone use and brain tumors. Researchers tracked nearly 360,000 cell phone users over nearly 2 decades and found no increase in brain tumor risk. So what's going on here? What's at the crux of this issue are electromagnetic waves, which are, well, all around us all the time. They can come in different forms like light or radio waves. All electromagnetic waves across the spectrum are forms of radiant energy, but some are on the higher energy end of the spectrum and are ionizing, like cosmic rays and X-rays, and some are on the lower energy end of the spectrum and are non-ionizing, like radio waves. Some forms of ionizing radiation do raise the risk of cancer, like sunlight, which can trigger certain forms of skin cancer, or like X-rays, for instance. If you want to learn more about how those can be harmful, check out this DNews video. And there's a link in the description as well. Sometimes too much exposure to these forms of energy can damage the DNA. So as the DNA makes more copies of itself, it copies an error, and sometimes this error leads to uncontrollable growth, which is what a tumor is. Cell phones use electromagnetic radiation in the microwave frequency range, which is in the low energy end of the spectrum, just like all the other wireless stuff in your house, like Wi-Fi. And stuff at this lower end of the spectrum aren't known to damage DNA. And groups like the World Health Organization, the American Cancer Society, and the National Institutes of Health all say no to the link between brain tumors and cell phones. On a related note though, some studies show that cell phones can make your sperm suck. Seriously. One study published in the journal Environment International reviewed findings from 10 studies, including around 1,500 samples. The researchers concluded that exposure to cell phones might reduce the motility of the sperm, or its ability to move, by up to 8%. But curiously, on the other hand, one study showed that maybe the electromagnetic energy is a good thing. One study found that it might even protect against Alzheimer's. The researchers exposed mice to cell phone radiation for 2 one-hour periods each day for 7 to 9 months. Some mice were genetically designed to be predisposed to Alzheimer's, while others were just a control. At the end of the study, the researchers found that the predisposed mice's memory and cognition were protected by the cell phone signal, and performed just as well on tests measuring memory and thinking skills as the non-Alzheimer's mice, which is totally weird, and I really hope they do more research. But anyways, back to the point. So scientists are pretty certain that cell phones don't cause brain tumors. So go, call your mom for an hour or more. She probably needs it, and it won't give you cancer, but it might make you kind of lazy. Find out more on that research in this video right here.
Now, a new study from Computers and Human Behavior says our tendency to rely on our smartphones might be screwing us over if we're the intuitive thinkers. Intuitive thinkers rely on gut feelings or intuition to make a decision.
Were you ever worried about cell phones and cancer? I mean, I used to sleep with my phone under my pillow at night, and I'm totally normal. I'm completely fine. Totally normal. Anyways, tell us what you think down in the comments below, and keep coming back here to DNews. We've got new episodes every day of the week.